Come on out and watch. We'll put on a good show. You're gonna have a good time. Honestly, any of these cars out here, come on out, watch them. Like oval track racing is amazing. Any kind of racing.
Well, and how do you feel that the racing scene in Ontario is right now? It's been questionable, I think, at times. We've seen some tracks, they've had some trouble with car counts, and series have had the same. But I think a couple years after the pandemic now, we're starting to see, like even just this weekend, people are really interested in doing this again.
Well, it's the clubs have made things affordable. There's rules in every club. There's safety rules and there's rules on the cars that make it so that anybody can run them. There's rules in my club. As long as I don't wreck my car, the car pays for itself.
I mean, that's what you want at the end of the day, right? You
Exactly.
don't want to go out there and there are a lot of guys that go out there, and guys and gals that go out there and they spend right away, and then all of a sudden you go out there and say, perfect example, you go out and see Jessica James's wreck that she had in the Outlaw Midgets, and then all of a sudden you might be done with that car for the year, right? Because you don't have the finances, right? So when you're out there, is there a game of like risk and reward, like that you have to think with yourself, like, do I make this move, or if I make this and this goes bad, I could be done for the year, right? Like I would assume there would have to be, right?
Well, I always tell myself I'm not in NASCAR yet. Don't push it.
Yeah.
I do push it, but I've trained myself to have that limit, and sometimes you got to push it a little harder. But.
And what do you do when you're in the lead? Because I know, for me, I can only do sim racing because I don't have the money for a race car yet. But when I'm in the lead, I get in my head. I got a 2-second buffer behind second place. Do I push harder to get ahead? Do I ease off, save the tires? What do you do when you get in that mindset?
When I'm in the lead, it's just keep going. I have no clue what's behind me. We have no mirrors. We got no radios. I can't see what's going on behind me, so I do know
nuts.
that if I enter the corner and the light's just right and I see a wing in the shadows, I can tell what's behind me and how far they are. But other than that, I can't tell what's behind me.
I thought you guys had mirrors.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing.
Just keep
You guys
going,
are crazy.
Yeah.
I guess you could look at the scoreboard, right? If they have one of those and see.
Yeah.
Kinda
Yeah.
count,
Actually,
like-
the last race of the year last year, I was watching the scoreboard because the guy that came second in points, if he had moved up one more spot, he would have beaten me. So I was watching the scoreboard. I'm like, okay, he's not moving. Okay, I think I just won this.
Did you remember those last couple of laps? Because
I
we've heard
remember
it-
every single lap.
Yeah, because we've heard from champions that go, I'm like completely out of the zone. I don't remember because I was just so focused on going forward, right? And I can't imagine having to be in that scenario where the guy literally your championship is relying on him not moving and you kind of staying where you are. And at any time you could have lost it, right? And that's, I mean, the mental games, obviously, with yourself.
Well, the main thing is keep focused.
Yeah.
To look at the scoreboard isn't keeping focused. I do it because I've been in these cars for so long. I can only do it at Flamborough because you can see it all the way down that straight front stretch. But it is a distraction. If you're looking at that, you're not looking at what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should not be doing it, honestly. Because if a guy sticks his nose in there and I don't see it because I'm looking at that scoreboard, it's not good.
No, not at all. And can people follow you on social media, Cory, so they can follow along with your season?
Oh, definitely. I have a Whittam Racing page on Facebook. You can also find me on Facebook. We also on Instagram with that. You can also find me on Hernia Call Motorsports, Can-Am Midgets Racing page, Can-Am Midgets website. Yeah, you can also check us out on YouTube. There's lots of Can-Am midget races. A lot of them from last year's. Some good races to watch.
Absolutely. And your booth is just over here. I think that's the Can-Am Midget booth just over there. You can find Cory there for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I got lots of candy and lots of cards to hand out.
There we
So
go.
if you're gonna take a card, make sure you grab some candy.
There we go. Cory Whittam, 2022 Can-Am champion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Have
not a
another great
problem.
season.
Really appreciate it.
Well, honestly, the best of luck, because I know the field's going to be tight this year, but those Herniak Hall boys, they're hungry for wins, so he did a great job for them last year. Obviously, Mark and Mike were ecstatic, absolutely over the moon, and we were constantly talking about it, so it must be great.
Also, I just want to thank Allison Martell, property matchmaker, BBK Trade Solutions, One Stop Auto Center, Epic Racewear. They're my sponsors this year, and they've helped me out.
Yeah, and just pointing out there, Allison Martell is probably one of the biggest racing fans out there.
She's great.
Holy moly, is she ever a race fan? She absolutely goes crazy for
Her
it.
and her husband Mike
Yeah.
are just, they're awesome. I
And-
went over there to their house for Halloween this year, dressed up like Dale Earnhardt. And actually Mark Hall was Colonel Sanders. And we looked really good too.
Kind of fit the role for both of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Cory. Really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me, and thank you to everybody that came out to this show. Drivers, fans, everybody.
All right.
Well, we're almost going to wrap it up here for the Stickers and Scuffs podcast here on the Motorama stage. Man, Brent, this was fun, man. We had some great times getting to interview and chat with some great racers, and yeah, we're good. And we're ecstatic to be here. And make sure you guys go out and check out the Ontario Sportsman Series booth. Check out all the other racing booths out there.
Yeah,
Also,
at the-
we've got something at the OSS
Yeah,
booth.
at the OSS booth, we have a laptop there with grid legends. We got stock cars. You do 5 laps on the Indy. All you gotta do is follow our page at Stickers and Scuffs on Instagram and the Ontario Sportsman Series on Instagram. Just follow those 2 pages and you get 5 free laps.
Yep. So we're almost off here. I want to thank Bryce for sure. Bryce been amazing help for us this whole entire weekend. And make sure you follow us on Stickers and Scuffs, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, basically all over. And we'll catch you all on there.
Bye-bye.